I didn't realize I didn't have the microphone plugged in.
What's up, guys? Sorry about this.
Trying to get shit going here. I don't know. Let me close out and come back in. Maybe, just maybe, I can figure it out here. Let's see. It still says upcoming. What do I got to do? There we go. I think I got her. How's everybody doing tonight? What up, Just Exist? J-Bo, what up? What up? How are you? So we got a couple of things planned for tonight, so y'all bear with me just a minute here, and we're going to get out a snake here. Give me just a minute. I got to also do one other thing real fast. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to, I have my buddy helping me here set this camera up. But anyway, alright guys, so right here, let's pull this guy out and talk about him a minute. A lot of you guys already know this fella, but a lot of you love this guy, so I figured we'd show him for a few minutes. I got some other new snakes to show tonight as well, so we're just going to spend a little time looking at these ones. And then we'll go ahead and we'll roll right into looking at the others. I did put a short video out today that some of you got to see. The short video that y'all got to see is one that a fella gave to me because he couldn't take care of it correctly anymore because he had to work out of town. Not that he couldn't care for it correctly, just that he didn't have the time with working out of town, and he just wanted to make sure somebody's able to care for it. But we're going to go ahead and talk about Bob here for a few minutes. But hey, what up, Chico? What up, brother? Good to see you. But we're going to talk about Bob for just a couple of minutes. I got a couple of them that, we're going to take a quick look at. And then we'll get into the new ones a little bit later here. We're going to see if we can get some people in here hitting the like button for us to try to help us get this stream out there to more people tonight. With any luck, we'll get some people to hit that like button, and that'll help push this out there to a bigger audience and stuff. So if you don't mind, folks, please smash that like button while I get this snake tubed up here. We're going to tube him up so we can get a good close look at him for anybody that's interested in seeing the close-up of him. What up, Dom? How are you? Good to see you. But guys, it's hard for me to see the comments here right this second. But here you go, guys. This is Bob. Bob is, the T-negative albino monocled cobra. What up, Steve? Long time no see, Steve. But you see right here, Bob, he's got the, those pretty oranges and yellows and stuff, that a lot of you are familiar with when you see Bob. But Bob's really a fan favorite, so I like to show Bob when we can. And what up, 22? I appreciate you giving that like. Guys, anybody that has already hit the like button, I appreciate that. I do say it several times throughout a stream because it's important for me to keep saying it to get the new people that come in to hit the like button. What's up, Peyton? But yeah, guys, so thank you. Thank you, everybody. And anybody that just got in here, please smash that like button, guys. We try to hit 100 likes in the first 15 minutes because when we do that, our streams perform so much better than when, than when we don't. So, what's up, Black Lion? But guys, we won't spend a ton of time on Bob and Luna and stuff here, and maybe we'll switch back, to them a little later, but I really want to show you guys the new snakes tonight as well. What up, Lincoln? Silas, what's up, Silas Johnson? How are you? Guys, it's tough, to see every comment, but I do try to answer every comment that I can along the way, so, you guys just bear with me. What up, Isaac? Good to see you. But I try to answer every question I can, so anybody that has any questions or anything, feel free to put them in the comment section. I'll read it. What's up, Chung Lee? What up, what up? What up, JT Tom, Sue Tom, Jimmy Moore? How's everybody? But Bob does look really good. Bob's a happy camper. I'm doing good, Chung Lee. Hope you're doing all right. Awesome, Black Lion. Thank you for the kind words, brother. Thank you, thank you. Do I? Yes, I do. I have two of them, Chung Lee. I sure do. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see them tonight because we're not, where the Gators are at, but we will be seeing them. Stick around the channel, watch some more. We live stream every single night, so we'd love to have you. But, absolutely, Black Lion. I knew what you meant. But, yeah, so... Heck yeah. But, yeah, guys, I don't know how many of you happen to see my short video. That's a Tangerine Honduran Milksnake. And as I said, there's a really good guy that actually gave me 4 snakes. He's had these snakes for a long time, and he took very good care of them, awesome care. They look great, very healthy, but he couldn't find somebody to help him care for him while he was out of town working. So he actually elected to, let me take the snakes where I could care for them at the virtual reptarium. And we're going to set it up with the live cameras in the cages so he's able to view them anytime he wants to. And if he ever gets into a situation where he's working local, we'll go ahead and allow the snakes to go back with him. What's up, Bill Mine? How are you, Bill? Thank you, Jimmy Moore. But, what's up, Elijah? Good to see you. But, so yeah, anyway, back to Bill here. I'm not going to keep them in the tube forever here, but, soon as we finish up talking about Bill and looking at Bill for a few minutes and me answering the first wave of questions here, we will go ahead and pull out one of the new snakes, and we'll talk a little bit about them and stuff. So probably just about 5 minutes or so. But, yeah, this snake's very chill, Bill. All of them are really relaxed, really cool. They don't try to hurt me in any way. They don't feel threatened or nothing. So they usually are very relaxed, very, very relaxed. Guys, we only have 33 likes with 70 people watching. I don't know what's up lately with people, not wanting to hit that like button, it's, you're not going to make or break me by not hitting the like button, but it definitely helps out your fellow human beings. It helps me out, it helps the snakes out. It helps everybody out by you simply taking a split second to double tap the center of your screen, so if you do so, we really appreciate it. Again, we're here to teach, about these animals, try to show people that these animals aren't villains. These animals don't want to hurt people. They're not going to hurt you if you just show them respect. Unless if you accidentally step on them, get too close to them, things like that. And we try to show, what good they do for us as far as keeping our ecosystems balanced. The venom from them, make all kinds of, life-sustaining medications, medications that help many, many people. The heat sensing pits of the pit vipers help develop thermal imaging technology. So there's lots of good behind these snakes, But for some reason, a bunch of y'all want to think that, you're some sort of cool fucking dude, because you won't double tap the screen to help out somebody and help out your fellow human beings. But those of you that do, thank y'all very much. You guys are absolutely decent, respectable people. But the ones that are like that, they think they're cool because they're trolls, they don't realize I'm fucking a troll from the old school. But anyway, fuck them. So, but anyway, to you good people, smash that like button. Double tap center your screen, guys. Thank you very much. We got 125 people in here right now. With 46 likes, we need about another 54 to hit that first 100 that we shoot for. Again, if we hit 100 likes in the first 15 minutes, it just really helps our streams perform a lot better. And it just makes more sense, for conservation, for education, and all of that. The things I've already explained. So, guys, thank you to the real ones. Just arrived, Jason. Awesome, Jason. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. What up, Justin82 Greg? What up? Thank you, Cody. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, JT Tom. I'll try to watch the language, sir. Thank you, Marco Cooper. Thank you. Guys, I'm trying to read the comments and show the snake at the same time. I'm sorry. Time holding a snake or not? What's that? I went to catch a snake at a restaurant last week. One of the workers, blah, 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 blah. What up, Sean? I love being educated about snakes. That's awesome, Sean. I appreciate you coming and, learning about them. And even if you don't feel like you're getting an education out of it, at least you're getting to see something cool. Something that's not just absolute brain rot, destroying our young generation and things like that, like the colored haired idiots that are on there thinking they can rap, using the N-word every other word that comes out of their mouth and stuff, just ridiculous, pathetic stuff. So what's up, Dusty? What up, bro? What up? I kept scorpions for years and never had a problem with one striking me. I'll be frank, what he's saying doesn't just apply to snakes, but the wildlife across the board. Those are respect wildlife. Absolutely, Bill Mine. Bill Mine is correct. This is not just about snakes. The reason that I attribute it to snakes is because snakes are my specialty. But he is correct. Scorpions are another big one. All animals in general are very big for, medications, advancements in technology, etc. This is a albino monocled cobra, a T-negative albino monocled cobra. Snakes do not raise their young, Jason Walsh. Snakes, sometimes some pit vipers like rattlesnakes and things, and even the king cobra, when the king cobra lays her eggs, she does build a nest and she will guard her eggs till they hatch, but the day they hatch, they are on their own. Now, some pit vipers like the timber rattlesnake do show a small level of parental care. They'll stick around until the first shed, usually the first 7 to 10 days, until the babies shed, and then they're on their own from that point forward. It must be dangerous if it's in a tube, or am I wrong? Yes, Howard, this is a highly venomous snake. It is a monocled cobra. T-negative means tyrosinase or tyrosinase, however you prefer to pronounce it, negative. Tyrosinase is what is, it is the, how do I want to word this? The element responsible for producing dark pigment called melanin, and the dark pigments or melanin is responsible for making those dark blacks and browns that we see in a normal colored snake. Whenever you remove the tyrosinase, you end up with snakes that have this beautiful yellow and orange in place of those browns and blacks. Have you ever heard of a snake called, I have it on my phone, I'll tell you what it's called in a bit. Never heard of one of them, Mario. I am here to see the black and orange snake that reminded me of Garfield. Absolutely, Armando. We will be showing that one in just a little while here, buddy. That's right, Dom. Most snakes are deadbeat parents after the hatching or birth. Is that not pinching off the snake's airway with its neck bent like that? No, Scotty. The snake chose to go that direction in the tube by himself. You'll see here in a little bit when I go to take him out of the tube, he'll turn himself around. Awesome, Armando. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the nice info. Stay safe. Absolutely, Howard. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. If you have time in the future, stop in again. We'd love to have you. I've heard there are albino rattlesnakes, but I've never seen one. Have you? Absolutely, Dusty. If you actually look at my channel, I just posted a short video of one of my albino rattlesnakes earlier, or 2 days ago. Also, I may end up showing an albino rattlesnake later in the video here. I'm not sure if I'll get to it or not. That's a king cottonmouth water rattle moccasin. Honestly, for real, it might be. Armando usually knows what the names of these snakes are, the scientific names. Are you familiar with Chandler's wildlife? Absolutely, Sean. I am familiar with Chandler, yes. And Chandler, you know, he's a very smart fella. Got a lot of very nice animals. Very knowledgeable about his animals. Takes great care of his animals. Has absolutely perfect enclosures. The only thing I disagree with Chandler, which I see him getting better with nowadays, is his free handling online. I don't see him free handling as often. I actually see him using his hit hook more frequently, and I think that's awesome. Can a venomous snake still make a friendly pet? Neil Kraz, yes, but you always need to use your tools and stay cautious. What up, Tater? Ain't seen you in a minute, Tater. How are you, brother? The snakes are doing good, brother. Hey, guys, Tater here is the one that I got the boa and the banana python from. My favorite snake movie? I don't have a favorite snake movie, Scotty. Thank you for the gift s'mores. Just been busy, Tater. I understand that. Understand that. Chattering too. Don't understand that. I'm sorry. Thank you for the gift, Dom. I appreciate that. Snakes in a Plane. I've heard of it, but I've never watched it. Never watched it. But yeah, anyway, so you see Bob here. He's Bob is going to shed before too long, so he looks a lot darker, you know, orange and pink than what he normally is. Whenever they're going to shed, they look a little darker, but he'll shed before too long in the next couple of weeks, and he'll look much lighter, but he still has that very impressive, bright, beautiful orange coloration. Are you familiar with the famous wildlife enthusiast by the name of Okefenokee Joe? He's from my home area, and he's a good friend of my grandfather. No, Dusty, I'm not. I'm sorry. Do some snakes mate? Absolutely, Jason. Of course they mate. Bob is, I don't know, about 3 feet. I'll have to check it out, Jimmy. Did we get any more people to smash that like button for us yet? 66 likes? Not yet, we didn't. We still need another 34 of them to hit that first 100, guys. The algorithm must be on a shit swing right now, where it's putting us out to a bunch of people that don't give a damn about the content. Do snakes have excellent vision and special awareness? Yes, Neil Kraz, they do. These snakes actually have extremely great vision, especially the elapids like cobras. Snakes and gators, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, guys, I can only catch a glance of the comments till I get this snake out here. I apologize. Just bear with me just a minute here. And I'm going to move the camera. Yeah, only 62 people tonight. Yeah, 59 now, but yeah, it just happens, whatever. Yes, Tater, I got the boa's eye cap off. Yes, sir. I soaked him, and then I helped him get the eye cap and everything off. Awesome, Sue. That's great that he's home and he's able to do dialysis to help at least. So that's awesome. I hope he continues to get better. Guys, we are talking about Sue's friend Nate that we prayed for a few nights there. I continued to pray afterwards for him, but I mean, on the stream, we prayed for a few nights for him where he was having those kidney issues. That's awesome, Dusty. I'm going to check him out for sure. Thank you, Neil. Guys, anybody new that comes into the stream, if y'all don't mind, please smash that like button for us. we really need your likes to make this work out, you know, where we can get out there to as much of the public as possible, guys. We had a lot of our regular viewers fell off for some reason. I don't know what has happened. That happens to us every couple of months. We'll have a good following of regulars that hang out with us and everything, and then out of nowhere, next thing you know, they just fall off. So a little bit crazy. Get it? There you go, boy. Good job, Bob. Good job, Bob. He does have a beautiful hood, Sean. I haven't been popping up, Tater? Wow, that's crazy, man. See, I've had some other people tell me that. Actually, Chico told me that earlier, that he hasn't been getting my notifications. Yeah, Armando, what's your question, brother? What up, Slap Happy? We just feeding Bob real quick. That's right, Jimmy. Bob's always hungry. You guys know that. Every time I try to give Bob something, he eats it. Bob don't waste no damn time at all. That seems to have happened lately to many YouTube content creators, for what you've been hearing. Oh, okay, Neil, that's crazy. The crazy business. Crazy business. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna pull my sweatshirt off here, and then once I get my sweatshirt off, I'm gonna actually flip the camera around while he's eating, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look at one of the new snakes, guys. So here we go. Give me just a second. All right, there we go. Let me grab one of the new snakes quick, guys. All right, guys. So right here, guys, is one of the new snakes. This is their hide box. The feller sent their hide boxes with them. That way they had something familiar to be in. But let me go ahead and get this girl out here real quick and adjust the camera so you can see a little better, a little gooder. There you go. All right, let's get her out quick. There you go. Actually, let me show you guys real quick. Look, this is what they look like when they, they get in their hide box, So when people think, oh, they need a bigger area, to be in and things like that, they don't want a bigger area. They like these small, tight areas to get in, They love it when they're able to touch all sides. They just feel more secure that way. But let me go ahead and pick her up. Like I say, guys, her name is Tiger Lily. This is Tiger Lily. Tiger Lily is an 8-year-old female Tangerine Honduran Milksnake. She's a very big girl for a Honduran Milksnake. Snakes technically never stop growing, but they slow down dramatically, so she may get a couple of more inches, as she ages, but not much. She ain't gonna get much bigger than she is. She'll probably stay about this size overall. But she's a real pretty snake, and like I say, guys, the man that had these snakes absolutely loved these animals. This is actually one of the main reasons I came back down to North Myrtle Beach. left Richmond to come down here because I got a phone call from my vet's office one day. And guys, just so you understand how my vet office works, it's not normal like most people go to the vet. My vet, basically, I diagnose the animals and all that. They write me a prescription, you know, if I need medications, is essentially what my vet is. Now, it is a very well-known vet office and stuff, you know. So anyway, but either way, you know, when it comes to exotic animals, you pretty much got to be your own vet overall. So anyway, they called me and they said they had a man in their office that comes there when he needs to, you know, be seen. And they call me from time to time if they get an animal in and they're not sure of something. They will actually, yeah, it's not venomous, just exists, but they will actually call me, you know, for my input and things like that. So when they called, I thought maybe that's what they wanted at first, but it wasn't. They wanted to ask me if it was okay to pass my phone number along to this guy here. So I said, sure, you know, and the man actually called me later on, and he had 4 snakes, and asked me, you know, if I would potentially be interested and if I could come meet him, you know, take a look at the snakes and stuff and pick them up. I said, sure. So I came all the way from Richmond to North Myrtle, and when I went to look at the snakes, he didn't want to quite let him go just yet, you know. He was home from work because he works out of town, but he was home and he wanted to keep them around as long as he could, you know, while he was in town and stuff, you know, and I understood. So I said, yeah, sure, that's, you know, fine. Just give me a call, you know, when you're ready for me to actually pick them up. And he had called yesterday and asked me if I was ready because he had to go back to work and stuff. So I went and picked up the snakes, and he was having a hard time finding somebody, you know. He paid top dollar for somebody to care for his animals while he was gone, and they just were not doing a good job. I ran into the same thing. I had actually over 70 pythons get very, very sick because the person I entrusted to care for them didn't do so. So yeah, you can't trust somebody else to care for your animals, and you know, the guy wants what's best for his animals. So anyway, they you know, they're very well now, but I did tell the man that, you know, he bought cameras. I told him I'd put cameras in. I said I would buy them, but the man bought the cameras himself, and stuff for me to go ahead and put in their cages as the live cameras like I do with the venomous stuff. And he's going to be able to look in on his snakes any time of the day he wants to. And I also told him, which, you know, of course he didn't ask for this, but I did tell him that if he chose to, you know, come home and work and not be out of town anymore, that I would be okay with, you know, letting him take the snakes back home, you know, because when somebody really cares about their animal, you know, I don't want to hold it from them, and I'm never going to sell them. I'm never going to get rid of them. That's not why I got them. I got them to make sure that, you know, they got a good home and the guy can, you know, rest easy knowing that his animals are, you know, with somebody that's going to take care of them. You know, some people, you know, might think, hey, oh, that's kind of weird, you know, to like a snake that much. But guys, you know, for a lot of us in the reptile hobby, you know, these snakes are just like you having a dog, you know, or something like that, you know. So it's no different. You end up liking them and loving them just as much as you would any other pet, especially a non-venomous one that you know, get so close with and you hold regularly and interact with regularly. So, but yeah, so I am going to go ahead and I'm going to go pull out one of the other ones. It looks like our stream's falling off hardcore tonight because we never hit that 100 likes, just like I said happens. But that's all right. You guys are the good ones that are still in here, so it's all good. Thank you, Lori Loves Jesus. Thank you. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and here, I'm going to show you guys this too. Check this out. Let me sit this down. Check this out, guys. Let's set the camera right here. And just to show you guys, all right, just to show y'all, like, because some people think, oh, they need more room and everything, but watch this. Watch this. As soon as the snake sees its hide, look where this snake goes, all by itself. All by itself, this snake crawls right on into its hide. You know, it goes on in all by itself. That's where it wants to be. So, you know, for the quote unquote experts that come in, no, they don't play with toys, Jason. But for the quote unquote experts that come in saying that they need to be able to explore and blah, 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 that's just not true. It's absolutely incorrect and not true. So let me go ahead and put this girl in here, and I'm going to grab another one. Okay, I don't want to get the name wrong. I am still, you know, trying to remember what snake's what here. But I'm going to go ahead and look at his message real quick so I can recall the name correctly. Because if he's watching, you know, I want him to know that I'm trying to get it right and, you know, not mix it up, you know, when I'm introducing his snakes to other people. So, let me see here. There we go. That's Tiger. Okay. Okay, right here. So this is the high yellow. Oregon. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this snake right here is Orion. This snake right here is Orion. His name's Orion. Orion is actually a, or I'm sorry, this one, yeah, this is Orion right here. He's a high yellow, he's a Stillwater hypo high yellow bull snake is what Orion is. So, come on, Orion. Come on, Bubba. But yeah, Orion is a Stillwater hypo high yellow bull snake. Another very cool, very relaxed snake, you know. This man takes very good care of his animals. I mean, absolutely good care. You know, they very calm, you know, very relaxed, not jumpy at all, you know, nothing. They do very well. Now, this guy is 3 years old. He is 3 years old right here. Very pretty snake. Hey, guys, if there's anybody in here that hasn't hit that like button yet, please smash that like button, folks. Help us get some more people in. Absolutely. Dustin, very nice looking snake. But, yeah, he's a pretty boy. He wants to keep going to the camera. I named the boa Mr. Snape and the ball Sammy. Oh yeah, I did not rename them Tater. I did not rename them. If I can remember that, we will call them that. A lot of the times people love to name them, but yeah, if they already have names, heck it, we can keep the names the same. Well, I already have a Sammy, but, well, Sam Liam, but that's Sammy. Okay, cool. Is Katie not in here tonight? See, bull snakes actually, they actually do a little bit of hissing. he just did a little bitty hiss, not much, but a little bitty one. Have you ever went to grab a venomous snake thinking it was a milk snake? No, I have not. I've always been able to identify them good enough to not get into that situation. However, it could absolutely happen if you're not 100% with renaming or with identifying. So I'm going to actually tell you guys the story here. Oh, okay, this is Kalihi. Okay. I got it wrong, guys. This is Kalihi. This one is not Orion. Okay. Sorry about that, buddy. I was looking at the stickers, and okay, thank you for that, though. So now I know that. Okay, and I'm going to actually put it right on the cage now, so this is Kalihi, guys. I apologize, I got it wrong. Orion is the other one. I'll be showing Orion here in just a couple of minutes, so. See that, guys? I told you the man loves his snakes. He's right here in the live stream now, letting me know the name, letting me know that I got it incorrect there and stuff. I appreciate that. I love it when people really like really care about their reptiles, What's up, Can of Biscuit? How are you, buddy? How are you? Hey, guys, we got about 80 people in here. If anybody's here that ain't hit that like button yet, please hit that like button. What species do you think are easy to take care of as a starting out snake? I would personally say a ball python. Ball pythons. All right, guys, I'm going to show you with this guy, too, exactly what a snake does. So, just like I did with Tiger Lily here, watch. All I do is show him his hide, and boom. He immediately wants to go into his hide. He does not want to try to go anywhere but into his hide. Give me just a minute, folks, and I will go pull out the next one. Let's see here. Sorry, guys, I'm just looking for something real fast here. I apologize. All right, let me go ahead and go grab her or the other guy here. All right. All right, here we go. Let's go get the next one. All right. So now, guys, the name that I said a little bit ago, I hope I'm not wrong again, but I don't think so, because now that I just pulled him out and I'm looking, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe now we are holding Orion. Now, what had happened, just to give you a little rundown, what had happened, is while the man was out of town working a couple of months back now, the person he had working to, look after his snakes, don't know exactly what happened, but the snake actually had an injury when he got home. It had like a distended jaw. It had this lump. You can actually see on the head, you can see a bit of a bump still, but it has healed up. It has healed up pretty well, and he's doing pretty good. What's up, guys? Sorry about the alarm. Let me cut that off here. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, they do almost look alike. This is another bull snake. Definitely another bull snake, but another very calm. No, Mark, he cannot. This is a non-venomous snake. That's right, Slap Happy. But he don't like this. He don't want to see the camera like the other one did. He wants to move back and stuff, keep moving away. But I want y'all to be able to see his face. He's a pretty feller. They are large snakes now. Don't get it wrong. They are large. Yeah, he's a little shy with the camera. He's a little camera shy, but he's, I mean, I don't know with these bull snakes. Now, a venomous snake, if they was holding their tongue out like you see him doing, that's a good indication that the venomous snake is going to strike. As far as these guys, I don't know. I'm not very super familiar with bull snakes. I mean, I know, obviously I know how to care for a snake and everything, but I don't know, the body language of a bull snake and all that. That's all stuff I've got to learn yet. But I will learn. And even if this guy, was to, for some odd reason, strike and bite me, it's not the end of the world because he's non-venomous. And, it's not going to cause any issues. So I was waiting for him to chime back in and tell me that I had this one right. Do I have some what snakes? I'm sorry, it's behind the emoji here. Oh, you have some beautiful snakes? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I've told everybody, I don't know if you were here or not, but the snakes that I'm showing right now was actually a man that works out of town and, couldn't unfortunately find somebody reliable to care for his snakes. So he has me caring for them, and we'll keep him, around, and whenever he's home and stuff, he's welcome to come see him, and, all that stuff. We'll get the camera set up by tomorrow night for him. That way he can check in on them anytime. That's right, Slap Happy. Yes, snakes can recognize their owners. They recognize them in a sense that, you know, they're not going to, you know, where they know that you're not a threat to them, is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. He said you got it right, Orion. Awesome, Tater. Awesome, awesome. Okay, okay. So yeah, I got the two of them confused. I know that Kalihi and Orion are the high yellows. So yeah, yeah. Orion is the Stillwater Hypo High Yellow. Yep. And I believe Kalihi was the other. Yeah. Yeah, Kalihi is the Stillwater Hypo Yellow. Yes. Do I have more colorful snakes? Yes. The next snake I'm going to show, I think, is a little more colorful than this one. However, I can't say really that I have a favorite, but out of these four, so far, this guy is my favorite. I like them all. Don't get it wrong. I like them all. But, Josh, yes, that's one of the things that had happened. I don't want to hurt him here. I'm going to do this so y'all can see good. I don't want to, I'm not holding much pressure, guys. I just want y'all to see here. So let me show you. He actually had an injury on the top of his head, unfortunately, from the person that was supposed to be caring for him, that wasn't doing such a wonderful job at it. And that's why he has the bump. The bump's very small now. It's getting better. But it does still show, it's still very apparent, So yes, you're right to point that out. Any red snakes? Yeah, Edward, I showed a red one in the beginning here. I don't know exactly, Tater. The specialist, because he took him to the vet. The vet referred him to a specialist, and the specialist, basically said it was some sort of trauma, maybe like a blunt force trauma type thing. Cyrus, you're gone, dude. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Cyrus, if you want to stay, man, don't say dumb shit. The blue one has always been my favorite one. Oh, yeah, the blue Insularis, Armando. Yeah. Edward, yeah, you did miss it. I'm sorry about that. PDMC, are snakes more active in warmer weather than cooler? They actually, kind of in between. That's why a lot of snakes, like desert species, are what we call, crepuscular, which is, where they come out during dusk and dawn. Oh, yeah, I got lots of Western Diamondbacks, but they come out in dusk and dawn because are you a Jesus-believing snake handler from Appalachian Trail? No, I'm not from the Appalachian Trail, but I do believe in Jesus, but I don't handle snakes like they do in that church. But anyway, they come out in dusk and dawn because if they come out in the middle of the day, they get too hot. And sometimes it's too cold. So it's got to be just right. They're ectothermic. So they have to, have a temperature gradient to be able to maintain their body temperature. A good example is like the timber rattlesnake out of the northeastern portion of the United States. With that, wow, why was Carlos timed out, Tom? Carlos is usually very chill, man. What the hell happened? Wow, that's amazing. Sorry, Carlos. I don't know if something was taken wrong. I don't know what went on there, buddy. But anyway, you know, like the timber rattlesnake out of the northeastern portion of the United States. Oh, you got the wrong person? You didn't say nothing, Carlos. He hit the wrong person, buddy. That's all it was. He accidentally timed out the wrong person. But anyway, in the Northeast, you know, with the timber rattlesnakes example, we all know, like, say, Pennsylvania and New York, they actually, you know, get down into the, you know, below zero temperatures and stuff up there. So the snakes go deep down into rock crevices and stuff that they call, you know, dens. They're overwintering dens, which is below the frost line. And it stays 55 degrees year round down there. So these snakes will actually go in there, you know, during the wintertime to avoid freezing, but they'll also go there in the summertime, if they're close enough to it, to avoid overheating. It does happen, Bree Daddy. See, and that's something else with Orion here that I am noticing as I hold him. As long as I'm very careful as I'm, you know, putting my hand forward to let him crawl through, it's fine. But if I accidentally bump him in the side or something, he does flinch a little bit. And I believe that, you know, I could be wrong. This is my assumption. But I believe that is from whatever happened to him when old boy was out of town working. Whoever was caring for him scared him. So whatever happened, they hurt him, and it has him a little nervous. But I will continue to show him that I'm not a threat, and I'm not going to hurt him in any way, and he'll be just fine. Hey, Holly, holy heck, I thought you disappeared, Holly. This is a bullsnake, Holly. You went to a rattlesnake roundup in Texas this year and found out western diamondbacks are pretty docile. It was the prairie rattlesnakes that are feisty. You are exactly correct throughout. Or, yeah, is that what it is? I think it's, I can't see it from here that good. But yeah, anyway, you're right. The western diamondbacks overall are okay. Now, the prairie rattlesnakes are dicks. They are absolutely dicks. I have prairie rattlesnakes and I have western diamondbacks. And every one of my prairie rattlesnakes are absolute jerks. I still like them, but they're jerks. Holly came back to see us, guys. Look at that. It is cute, isn't it, Jean? Thank you. Or Geneva. You need a rat snake? What kind of rat snake you want, Tom Feltz? I don't know that. I don't have any rat snakes, buddy. Now, I do have babies. You know, I have eggs on right now. They'll be hatching soon. They are black ones. They're going to be all black. But if you want a baby rat snake, I could help you. Or I have king snakes, and I have some corn snakes available. I don't like to sell much snakes, but, you know, I would get rid of one or two corn or kings for sure. The Mojave is the rattlesnake that I don't like crossing paths with. SoCal Outdoors, what's up, brother? Ain't seen you in a minute either. You know, my Mojave greens, all three of my Mojaves are very laid back, very chill. You know, they don't bother nobody. You know, like I could almost pick them up just like I am Orion here. Crystal, it don't necessarily mean they're mad. It basically means that they're warning you that they're nearby, you know, and to be careful not to invade their space, you know, and just give them space, give them respect. That's basically all it means. But now, you know, always take the warning though. Don't ever dismiss it. You know, if you walk up, you hear a rattle, stop, hold still, look around carefully until you find it. I love your live videos. Thank you for all you do and sharing it with us. Thank you, Sweet Potato. Thank you. Or something I can let loose in my house to get rid of rodents in my yard is all. I had some rat snakes I let go years ago and been fine for about 20 years. Yeah, Tom, we could make some, some black rat snakes available for you. Absolutely. Guys, hang on. I got to pull this up on my other phone because I can't see. How many snakes do I have total? I have over 250 snakes in my collection. But I couldn't tell you which one I have the most of. Gaboon vipers, I got 5 gaboon vipers. I have probably rattlesnakes as a whole, not individual subspecies, but rattlesnakes as a whole. There you are, Katie. I didn't know if you were here. Where am I at? I am in North Myrtle Beach, Katie, if you're asking me. Hang on, guys. I got to pull this up on my phone. I'm from South Carolina, Tom. Big guy. Hey, big guy. Hey. What's up, big guy? Hey. What's up, big guy? But yeah, we're gonna pull out the other one here in just a moment, and we're gonna look at him or her for a minute. All right, I'm gonna let him go back in his hide. He's getting a little irritated. I've probably held him long enough now. So I'm gonna show you guys this once again. Let him see his hide. And look at that. As soon as he sees his hide, he crawls right on in there. Right on in there. Just a question. Just a question. Why do you keep snakes? The only thing you can do is just stare at them. Edward Johnson. I keep snakes because snakes are very, very important to us, as humans. Snakes do a lot for humans. I want to be able to teach the public about them. I want to try to get people over their fears of snakes and try to show them that if you respect a snake, the snake will respect you. So that's why I keep snakes. Look at Orion stuck his head back out of the hide to watch us. Yeah, right. What do you mean? Yeah, right, Edward. How do you handle the bites? You just don't get bit. The heart might be 21, Marnold, but I can tell you that snake meat itself is very chewy. And, when you guys think you can come in here and say something like that and get me all upset and mad, it doesn't work, guys. There is a place for hunting of snakes. There is a place for unaliving of snakes, but it must be done sustainably. Oh, is that right? Is that right? Phil, Iman, whatever. Is that right? They're not meant to be domesticated? Yeah, you're right. But if it wasn't for having snakes in captivity and guys doing exactly what I do, there would be lots of medications we don't have. There would be lots of knowledge we don't have. There would be lots of more extinct species because of the preservation of species and the conservation that goes into it from guys like me. Yeah, Josh, you're right. Yeah, that 70s show. Absolutely is. Look at this, guys. He's coming out now to check out the camera. I got him sitting on the floor here. I'm just gonna let him do his thing for a minute, see what he wants to do. He says, "Rest in peace, cameraman." What are you doing, Bubba? What are you doing, Orion? Huh? What are you doing, big guy? Where are you going? Huh? Where are you going, buddy? Where are you going, bud? Hey. Hey. Where are you going? Hmm? Where are you going, bud? Hmm? He's smelling the camera cord. Come on, Bubba. Hey. Come here, big guy. Come on, big guy. Stay back here. Stay back here, big guy. There you go, big guy. There you go. No, you can't go over there. You can't go underneath the cabinet. No, sir. No, sir, you can't. Sorry, guys. I'm just watching him looking around and stuff. He's actually sitting on top of the camera right now. There he goes. He just moved down on it. What are you doing, big guy, huh? Here, let me get the camera so I can show what you're doing here. Here, let's see. Let's see, Bubba. Here. Look. 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 Here. What are you doing, dude? Hmm? What are you doing, dude? Are you just checking stuff out? Hmm? What are you doing, bub? Hmm? Look at that, guys. He came out and he's trying to come back up to me. Check this out. Come here, buddy. You want to come back up? Come on, bud. Here. Come on. Come on. Back up here. Come on. It's okay, bud. Here. Come on. You can come back up. Come on. Come on, big guy. Here. Be careful. Be careful. Your tail's in your hide. You're holding on inside your hide, bud. Here. Come here. 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 You were holding on inside your hide. You gotta let go of your hide to come back up. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, that's cool. Honestly, guys, that is one of the very first times. I mean, that also re-solidifies how well the guy took care of these snakes, and how often he handled them. Because, I put him back down there, let him climb back into his hide, and he literally came back climbing back up on me. That's that's cool. That's normal for Orion. He doesn't stay in his hide. He lays right in front of his enclosure by the glass normally. Gotcha, Doug. Yeah. That was cool, man, how he just come out of the hide and like climb right back up, like that. That's All right, guys. Let me go grab the other one here and show you. I'm gonna I don't want y'all to see this, but I'm gonna, because this is for a video later on here, but I'm gonna temporarily put Orion in this because I'm gonna hold Orion for a bit here, but I'm gonna put him in this for a minute so I can go get Scarlet. Here, Orion. Go on, Bubba. Here. Go on. Go on, Orion. Go on, Bubba. Come on, get that big tail in there, buddy. Get that big tail in there, Bubba. There we go. Okay. There you go, Orion. But look, guys. I have a video. I don't want to show you guys the whole thing because I have a video coming with this. But let me set it up here. There we go. And now he's up in He's up in it. So I'm just going to sit him right here for just a second while I go grab Scarlet here. So give me just a second. All right, now this girl is the biggest of the four. Come on, girl, move your head. Move your head. Come on, girl, move your head out from under there. There you go. There you go. So, all right. So now, this right here is going to be Scarlet. Let's see here. Let me pull out Scarlet. Here she is. Hey, pretty girl. Here. And here she is in her hide. And once again, as you see, they like to be in a small, tight space, most snakes. Now, like you just heard Doug say there, that Orion likes to lay in front of his hide, which is normal for him. But when they're in a hide, they do like a smaller space, They don't feel safe in a real huge space, that's unfamiliar to them. But let me go ahead and pick her up so you can get a little better look. Come here, pretty girl. Hey, come here, pretty girl. Come here, pretty girl. Now, this one here is a red Bullsnake. You'll see the difference right away in color and stuff. Hang on, my screen went out. There we go. But you'll see the difference in color right away and size. This girl is a huge Bullsnake. This girl is very, very big. Very big. Let me try to give you an idea of her size. Look, guys, I mean, she's probably 5 foot long. She's probably 5 foot long, and but she's still just a gentle giant, very gentle giant. Just like the rest of them, But again, very well cared for. I am impressed with the care this guy gave these snakes. Absolutely impressed. But guys, if you see the head on Scarlet here, you see her head does not have the weird, shape on the side there and the bump on the top of it like Orion's from the injury he suffered. And again, the injury, was not the guy's fault. He was paying top dollar for a caregiver that was just bullshit. So she's, yeah. But yeah, so now this girl here, it looks like she just wants to sit rather than me holding her in my hands. Yep, she's climbing. She's climbing. I don't know what she's gonna do here. Hopefully she don't damn bite me in the back of the neck. I doubt it. I doubt it. Where you going, girl? Where you going? There she is. Here, girl. Let's see. Look at her hiding her face in my hair. Hey, pretty girl. Hey. Hey, pretty girl. I know, pretty girl. Here, look. I know, some weird guy's holding you, huh? Some weird guy's got you. I'm not the normal guy, am I? I know it. I know, but you will be all right. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Yeah, I made her jump a little there. I touched her tail pretty fast with my hand when I put it up there, so she jumped a little. But still, just like the other ones, very, very curious, It's a new environment to them and stuff, but very pretty girl. Hey, pretty girl. Hey. Here, let's sit her down and see what she does here. Where you gonna go, girl? Where are you gonna go, pretty girl? Guys, look, it's very cool, very real red colored, and then as you come to the back, it goes out into an orange. Come here, girl. Come here. Where are you going? You can't go that way. Come here. But it goes out into almost looks like my my big hypermelanistic Atrox back there. Let me try to sit her in a manner she can crawl straight where you can see her quick. Let's see if she'll go straight out here, so you can see how long she is. She says, "No way, this is weird, man. What's this? This ain't normal." This ain't a normal place, is it, girl? No, where are you going? Come here, pretty girl. Come here, pretty girl. Over here. Over here. Let's try it out. Let's go this way. There you go, pretty girl. See? See? Look at that. Let's see your pattern. Let's look at it. Let's look at your pattern. Look at that, pretty girl. Where are you going, girl? Are you gonna run from me? Are you gonna run from me? Here, let me set the camera down right here. Come here, girl. Where are you going? Where are you going, girl? Come here. Come here, big girl. Come here, big girl. Look, look. Look, big girl. Look, look. Looky, big girl. Look, look. Look, look. Look at that. Look. What's that? Well, and now she's gone. All right. So, guys, so folks, y'all got to meet them. You got to meet all four of them now. Again, very healthy, pretty animals. I mean, I can't find a bad thing, you know. Yeah, they're very nice hides in Fab. Like I said, the man that had these snakes, you know, he took very good care. I hate to put a dollar value on things, but he had top of the line setups. You could tell he loved these animals. Top of the line, everything for these snakes. Before he sent them with me, he made sure he ordered them extra rodents and everything to send with them. You know, he didn't get rid of these animals, you know, because he wanted to. He didn't send these animals with me because he didn't care about them anymore. You know, right down to the last, you know, second of sending them out the door, you know, he was doing everything he could for these animals, and still, I mean, this is the first time me showing you guys, and he was right here in the live stream watching them and stuff, you know. I got mad respect for this guy. I mean, I know I've said it already, and I don't want to sound like I'm kissing his ass, but I mean it. I got a lot of respect for how he cared for these animals. You don't see the level of care for reptiles as often, you know, like this, like he had for these guys. So, you know, it just speaks volumes. Oh, that's how I felt about my snake when I had to rehome him. It was the best thing for him. Yeah, Holly, sometimes, you know, sometimes you have to do it. Sometimes it's the best thing, you know, for the animal, and it's understandable. You know, you get into a position, you know, that's why, you know, now, y'all know I've been up in Richmond remodeling my house up there. And y'all know that I've been running, you know, back here and stuff to make sure the snakes are good. Even though my son is helping look after them, I still come back here and put eyes on them physically myself. I do some of the routine care with them myself because I had a situation, like I've already explained, where things did not go well relying on somebody else. So I will not stay gone for long periods of time. And I will trust but verify when I do have somebody helping me. So, but anyway, guys, let me get my gloves and everything back on here, and then we're gonna flip the cameras back over, and we're gonna take a look at this pretty girl over here real quick. So let's go back to a couple of venomous ones for a few minutes here. So give me just a moment, guys, and we'll be with you. I'm sorry it's going to go to a black screen for just a second while I flip this around. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and get this girl opened up here. Let y'all take a look at her for a minute. And hey, Jessica, thank you for being here. Thank you. That's awesome, Holly. Blame your dad, not you. Yeah, so guys, this is Luna. I know some of y'all saw Luna already. Some have not. But Luna is a blizzard monocled cobra. Luna is T-negative albino crossed with a leucistic monocled cobra, and you end up with what's called a blizzard. It's actually the diamond line leucistic and the T-negative albino to make a blizzard monocled. The difference in a blizzard versus a normal leucistic is the normal leucistic usually has black eyes because they have a lack of melanin or a reduction in melanin rather, whereas a albino has a lack of melanin, so they don't have no melanin at all. Now, when it comes to the blizzard, being albino, they get those pretty bright red eyes, but they keep the very bright white, all white scales. So just very, very pretty animals. Very pretty animals. Speaking of, guys, if anybody is interested in a couple of enclosures, there are two 36-inch vision enclosures available. They're brand new condition. I mean, they have been used, but they're in brand new condition. $300 a piece. That's a killer deal. That's an absolutely amazing deal. So if anybody wants a couple vision enclosures, they're available. You just let me know and I can facilitate it. I couldn't personally use them. They will not fit the space I have. You guys know at the end of my enclosures there, I got that empty space, but it's only 34 inches, so I'm not able to put them in there. Unfortunately, because I would have loved to have them. But yeah, $300 a piece for those visions is an absolutely phenomenal deal. They're probably about a $600 or $700 enclosure. So yeah. Yeah, Vision and Boa Master make great enclosures. I don't care for Vision with venomous snakes. The reason I don't care for Vision with venomous is they have those ledges on the inside above the glass, and your venomous snakes can hide up there, and that's not good. But now when it comes to, you know, these non-venomous or, you know, things like that, they're an amazing enclosure. I got to... While y'all are looking at her, I'm going to feed her. So give me a minute to get a rodent ready here. Just a minute. Come on, big guy. Come on, big guy. All right. Sorry, guys. All right. Yeah, Lori, they can live with no fangs, but it's not good because the venom is not only to subdue their prey. The venom is also what starts the digestion process before they ever even swallow the rodent. So it's vital for more than just one thing. Rusty, I have a little bit for a couple of the snakes, but not much, man. Not much at all. I'm basically I'm at the will of the local zoos and the different facilities around that keep venomous reptiles. If I was to get bit, I gotta keep my fingers crossed that they will help me out and let me use some anti-venom. David, I'm going to feed it a frozen thawed mouse. No, Tyler lost his finger to a king cobra. Chandler lost his finger to an Indian cobra, also known as the spectacled cobra. This one in front of you is a monocled. Yeah, Rusty, some's better than none. You're absolutely correct. Yeah, Infab Crowfab is the one for our North American pit vipers. Things like copperheads, rattlesnakes, cottonmouths. It is a universal antivenom for our North American species. The only North American species that it will not work for is the coral snake. Did you bring out the puff adder? Not tonight, I did not, Running Bear. Tomorrow night we'll do the puff adder. Oh, it absolutely sucked to get bit, James. Absolutely. I've been bitten twice. I was bitten by a timber rattlesnake a very long time ago, and I was bitten by a copperhead about 2 years ago. That's why I got a fat hand. And actually, if you look on my short video, I show you Cuddles, the copperhead that bit me. So, there you go, girl. Nail that son of a gun. And guys, as you've seen there, these guys will almost play tug of war with you. What up, vet driver? Tater, the timber rattlesnake felt like I was hit with a baseball bat with a nail through it, heated up red hot, dipped in shit. It hurt very bad. Probably one of the worst pains I ever felt in my life. The copperhead, it sucked. It wasn't pleasant at all. But I went back and worked the rest of the day on the skid steer with the copperhead bite. James, no, it did not make me really sick. It just caused a permanent swelling in my hand. And it just, it sucked. I mean, that's all there is to it. Now, the swelling will go down in my hand sometimes, but as soon as I work, like running a sander or anything, because I'm a custom cabinet builder, and so I used dual action sanders, or what we call a DA sander, very frequently, and the vibration of that, it just causes my hand to balloon up. Bragging rights, PDMC. I got you, but I'd rather not have to brag about it. Why is it taking so long to eat the mouse? Well, David, because when I gave it to her, I tugged on the tongs. So to her, the snake is alive, or the rodent is alive, and she is envenomating it right now. So she's holding on, pumping it full of venom right now. Oh, wow, that sucks. They accidentally run it over. It happens, though, unfortunately. Wow. Whoa. On the sander, what's that? Use your feet on the sander, yeah. I have been bitten by a centipede. That was the worst pain you ever had. I heard centipedes are nasty bites. Nasty, nasty bites. I have over 250, James. You're lucky you got out of there with the barracudas, huh? How big do they get at max, a coral snake? The eastern coral snakes, I think they max out at about 3 foot would be an extremely large individual, in my opinion. Good night, Tater. So, guys, in case nobody heard me earlier, Tater is the one I got the boa from and the python. And Tater, if you're still in here, do you know what kind of boa he is? I don't think he's a red tail. Can of Biscuit, I do not have a storefront. No, sir. Ooh, a funnel web spider. Jesus. Yeah, wow. Did she got lucky there? Wowee. Yeah. Can of Biscuit, I don't have the boa with me. The boa is up at the virtual reptarium. I don't know, James. Do you want to compare? Yeah, Holly. They would max out at like 3 foot. A 3 foot one would be an extremely large one. I got you, James. Excuse me. Yeah, dysfunction. Corals, about 2 foot is pretty standard, pretty average, but I believe they can max out at 3. Yeah, you're right. 30 inches is large for a coral. Yes. Red on yellow may unalive a fellow. Red on black is a friend of Jack. Spectacle cobra sounds pretty amazing or short-sighted. um, the spectacle cobras are pretty cool. I actually like spectacle cobras. I don't have one anymore. They're also known as an Indian cobra. I don't have one anymore. I would love to get another spec. I wish I'd have never sold mine. There you go. She'll switch over to head first. That's correct on the Amazon coral. That rhyme only applies in the United States. The reason they don't like eating the mouse from the back is it's a lot harder for them to get it down. Whenever they take it from the face, like the legs fold easier and everything. Whereas if they go from the back, they got to fight the legs, they got to fight all that stuff. So. Yeah, PDMC, yeah. They have some stuff in their saliva that keeps it from clotting. Do try to have multiple of each species or just one of each. Armando, I try to have multiple. I I do another thing that I've never told y'all about. I do a couple of things I haven't told y'all about. One thing that I do is I have a trailer set up with cages down both sides of the trailer, an enclosed trailer, with a door that goes in the end and out the other, in one end and out the other end. And I charge a small admission fee for people to walk into the trailer, walk through it, and check out all the venomous snakes and the plaques and everything, and leave. And now with snakes, snakes and birds are very finicky. You can have a snake that looks perfectly healthy, everything's normal, looks good today, and it can die tomorrow. So I try to have multiple species for that reason. And also, I do handling shows and removal shows for, like the police departments and the fire companies and stuff. So I like to have multiple species, or multiple of the same species for that purpose because you can show the different demeanors per individual. My daughter fears birds too. She would eat a rodent that size about every 3 days. Elapids have extremely fast metabolisms. Oh yeah, some of my cobras will swallow their rodents alive. Like example, my forest cobra, he will literally just grab a jumbo rat by the face and just swallow it alive, man. It's crazy. You can watch the rat kicking all the way down his body. I do have a ring calls, James, yes. Yeah, some birds are a commitment. Not quite as much as a tortoise, but some are. I do have the Massasauga rattlesnake lure, yes. yeah, man, they're all awesome. They're all very easy to deal with and everything, man. So they're gonna fit in just fine around here. I appreciate it. And like I say, I like them all, but if I had to tell you which one's my favorite, it is Orion. Sorry, guys. I was just messaging back there. So, yeah, Lori, in Canada, yeah, it'd be cold. Armando, all right, y'all. I enjoyed myself. I'm gonna head out. That was a beautiful addition to your collection. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Armando, for being here, and I agree they are very beautiful additions to the collection, and they're going to be around for the long haul. Unless the feller gets a job closer to home and wants to have them back, they will always be at the virtual reptarium, and they will never leave. How much water should I add to my Reptichip? Jessica, is it in a big compressed cube? If it is in a compressed cube, what you will do is take a pair of scissors and cut the top of the bag with scissors. And then you will just fill the bag with water. Fill the bag up with water and let it sit. You can go about 3/4 of the way full with water and let it sit, and it will absorb, and it'll be the perfect amount of water. Good night, Peter. Thanks for being here. Dysfunction, you just broke it up and didn't add water? What the heck, man? Nah, guys, you gotta add water to that stuff. But guys, I really recommend stop wasting your money on Reptichip, guys. For real, man. Cocoa blocks, Reptichip, all that stuff. Stop wasting your money. I did it for years myself, because you want what's best for your animal. But honestly, folks, the absolute best substrate for almost every snake, unless it's a fossorial species, is cypress mulch. Just go to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy, it's called No Float Cypress Mulch. Buy that and take it home. Open the bag up, spread it out on something. It's usually wet when you buy it. Let it dry out, and you're great. Cypress keeps the bugs away. It don't mold. That cocoa husk, it molds and everything. So yeah, I mean, paper towels are okay too. I used paper towels for a long time as well. Jeff Leibowitz was bit by an inland taipan because he's a fucking moron. When I hear about the band Bullsnake, I think fossorial means they spend most of their time underground. Absolutely, yes. I have it in my enclosure and it's dry, and no matter how much I spray on it, it just dries out. Yes, Jessica, you're correct. Cocoa, in my opinion, is very, very difficult to work with. You don't have to take my word for it, but my suggestion is to switch over to cypress mulch. You will be much happier, and your wallet will be much happier. But Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and pull one out here for a minute, and we're gonna get ready to call it a night here soon too. So. Yeah, bioactive is nice. I just, I don't have bioactive. I have thought about it. I've had a couple bioactive enclosures, but nothing. Now, this one here is a snake that I don't know if any of y'all have ever met before. I'm not sure. Thank you, Rusty. This is a completely different snake than y'all. I don't think I've ever shown this snake on the camera. This is another leucistic albino, or this is another leucistic monocle cobra, but I don't think I've ever shown this one on camera before. It is a cobra. I'm sorry, guys. I can only catch a couple of comments here and there when I glance over. She is... Hang on. She is a relatively large cobra, and she's not super large, but she is a feisty cobra. So I don't, do much with her like I do with Luna and Bob and stuff like that, because she's just not as chill as those guys. She's not as chill as those guys, but this is my female breeder, Blizzard, is what it is. She don't have a name, but she's my female breeder, Blizzard. Sorry, guys, this stupid-ass tripod. But, yeah, so... All right, let's see here. Give me just a second, guys. I know the screen went black, guys. Give me just a second, please. I apologize. Let me figure out what I just did here. There we go. Got it. My son's snake got outside a week and found it. It was under the house. It seemed made all the time. Yeah, that's awesome, Howdy. I had snakes get out and they'll go right under the building and stuff. But now, guys, let's pull this one out for a second. I'm sorry if you can't hear me good. The microphone may not be picking me up good from all the way over here. Let's see. Guys, check this out. You guys got to see this shit. Yeah, I do need a cameraman in Fab. But guys, check this out. Look how wide this Gaboon Viper shed is. Look at that. That's half of my body width. Look at that. That's insane. She is such a massive snake. I am 6'2", and this is, you know, not even a full shed. It's torn up a little bit. So look, at 6 feet, look at that. I mean, she is an extremely large girl. I mean, you can see, you know, her body is thicker than my thigh. I got Bertha right here, Sue. We're going to pull her out. We're at least going to show her anyway. yeah, Infab. Come on, you big girl. Yeah, we oh yeah, snakes are fast. Snakes are fast, but yeah. There you are. There you are, guys. So Miss Bertha is a West African Gaboon Viper. Now, with what Dysfunction just told you guys, sure, you can outrun most snakes, but you are not outrunning the strike speed of this Gaboon Viper. It is not happening. Kaboom! Yeah, their caterpillar crawl is called rectilinear locomotion. Not only Gaboon Vipers do that, puff adders do it. Some, you know, all snakes can do rectilinear locomotion. However, you know, it's more common in these Gaboons and rhinos and puff adders and mountain adders. And Lori couldn't outrun a turtle. Now, guys, these flooring, you know, these flooring planks right here that you're looking at, these flooring planks are the 8 inches wide flooring planks. So you look at the size of that snake laying on these 8-inch wide flooring planks. Insanity. Those tubs are 48-inch long tubs right there. Or I'm sorry, 36-inch long tubs right there, the clear ones. You couldn't afford the hospital bill? Heck yeah. Should I be keeping our enclosure sprayed down, or should I just spray it down when she's in shed? Jessica, honestly, I would only spray it when she starts to go into shed. As long as you keep a large enough water bowl in her enclosure, that should keep enough humidity in that enclosure. Yeah, massive head. Yeah, I have death adders, Josh. Oh yeah, her fangs are over 2 inches long. Over 2 inches long. Yeah, she's a very, very pretty snake. Something that you see on her that you don't see on a lot of gaboon vipers is she has very, very bright yellow on her dorsal. I would love to grow one of her babies up into an adult and breed it back with her to see if they would produce albinos. Yeah, that yellow is just pretty, very pretty. But and you know, you're seeing it through the video. If you saw this snake in person, it's just super bright. Oh yeah, she's much stockier than most snakes. I mean, look at that head. Again, these flooring planks are 8 inches wide. Her head is over half of that. You know, her head's 4 inches wide. Yeah, infab. Very frequently it's darker colors up there, yes. Yeah. Yeah, Sue Tom loves Miss Bertha. Now, I did not raise Bertha up from a baby. I purchased Bertha as an adult. My other adult female passed away after I had a wreck. Here you go, guys. Let me show you a close-up of the pattern in the yellow. Check this out, guys. Look at that bright yellow, guys. I mean, even still with the camera, you just can't see it for what it really is. But, I mean, that's just fucking amazing. Look at that. Look at that. The biggest mistake that I see new ball python owners making is, and look at the horns on her nose too. But the biggest mistake I see them making is spraying down their enclosure too much and trying to get them to eat too often when they refuse. You know, people panic and think, my snake won't eat, my snake won't eat. And they keep shoving a rodent in front of that snake's face every few days, and it just stresses the snake out more and more. Don't spray your enclosures. Just put a big water bowl in there and only spray occasionally after they start to go into shed. And when they will not eat, only offer food once every 10 days or so. Don't keep offering it every few days. Exactly, Infab. Yes. You'll get scale rot from too much moisture. You can cause respiratory infections very easily with too much moisture. I will tell you guys, I'm not too proud to admit it, but I have killed several snakes in my early days trying to take too good a care of the snakes. You know, you can try too hard and actually hurt yourself doing it. She got some massive horns on her. You know, Stone from Stone's World, his channel, much larger channel than mine. Again, you know, he has nice enclosures. He has, you know, pretty snakes, healthy snakes. But he thinks that his has the largest horns of any gaboon viper. But he hasn't seen Bertha. Look at that snake. Exactly. Promote bacterial growth from too much moisture. Yes, absolutely. Look at this girl. Yeah, cleaning the enclosure every couple weeks is a good rule of thumb. I typically spot clean for a month, and then once a month I do a deep clean. Guys, you see how she's holding her head off the ground and sort of cocking it to the side? That's her way of telling me that she's getting irritated with me. So it's time to back off from her a little bit because she's getting irritated, and she will most certainly have a go at me here. Look at this cocky little guy. Cocky little son of a gun. Look at old tough guy Bob. What are you doing, Bob? Quit being a little tough guy. I don't think so, Busby. I don't think so. Yeah, a hug would probably chill him right out, wouldn't it? Oh, man. Yeah, Mystic's very not knowledgeable about snakes. I don't know Bosa real well, but you know, so I can't speak on him. But yeah, Mystic's smart, very knowledgeable about them, and you know, you got some good people around that can really help you, you know, help you out if you need it. But guys, I think we're going to get ready to wrap it up here and call it a night. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Certainly means a lot. Those of you that keep coming around and, you know, watching with us every night. Man, I got to shed this fucking sweatshirt again. Man. Whew. There we go. But, so yeah, guys. But anyway, guys, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put everything away and get cleaned up here, and we will get back after it again tomorrow night. You know, y'all are the best. Thank you. Bertha's still my favorite. Heck yeah, Chad. Bertha's a nice one. Now, guys, There is one thing here before we go, because I didn't actually get to read it off and stuff, you know, when we very first started the stream, because I jumped right into things and stuff tonight here, so we sort of got a different start than normal, but I'm pulling it up here. Every night before we do a live stream, I write a prayer. That way, you know, I can read it off. You know, I text it to myself, but we can read it off before we, you know, start our stream, and I didn't do that. So I'm going to go ahead and say the prayer before we close out here, guys. So let us pray. Heavenly Father, as we come to the end of our time together, we thank you for your presence, your love, and your faithfulness. Thank you for the opportunity to learn more about your incredible creation and to share this community with one another. We ask that you watch over each person here tonight. Bring peace to those who are anxious, healing to those who are sick, and strength to those who are struggling, and hope to those who feel discouraged. Help us to be kind, compassionate, and to care for the world that you've entrusted to us. Please continue to be with Frida as she recovers, surrounding her with your healing hand, comfort, and peace. Strengthen her family and everyone who is walking through difficult times. Keep us safe until we meet again, and may everything we do bring honor and glory to you. In Jesus' name, amen. But guys, I appreciate y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. I couldn't do it without you. As you see, the streams are slowing down again, so I don't know what's going on with that, but whatever. We'll keep right on trucking right through it. It'll either bounce back or it'll crash for a little while, but then it'll come back. So it will come back, but hopefully those of you that hang out with us, y'all enjoy it, and you'll still come even if there's not a couple hundred people in here. So either way, one way or another, we'll be here, and we'll keep on doing our thing. You just never know everything's our estimate. No, Jessica, I agree with you. Look, I've been keeping venomous snakes for 20 years. I've been messing with other snakes, including breeding Burmese pythons, long before that. And there's still things I don't know. Example, these new snakes that I just got yesterday, these bull snakes. I don't know very much about bull snakes, but my knowledge of reptiles as a whole and snakes as a whole will go a long way in caring for these snakes, you know. So I will get to learn, you know, the body language and all those different things of these bull snakes and stuff over time. You never quit learning. You know, you'll learn for the rest of your life. As long as you stay into these reptiles and stuff, you'll continue to learn. And yeah, there's never a dumb question in my opinion. Yeah. So, but yeah, as far as feeding, like he just said, like this function just said, you know, a lot of people try to feed once a week. Now, when your snake is a full-grown adult, you know, about every 2 weeks is good. But yeah, I mean, feed once a week. Now, if they're refusing, don't offer every week. Maybe wait 2 weeks and then offer. But as long as they are eating, offer every week. Thank you for the gift, Chad. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Any snake that you don't need the sticks for is okay by me. I got you, Rusty. I got you. Well, the vast majority of snakes at the virtual reptarium you need the sticks for. But that's okay. You keep showing up. And, oh, shit. Like I say, that's okay, because if you keep showing up, yours truly is going to get you into liking venomous snakes. Fastlane. You can have an understanding but one but not others. Absolutely, Fastlane. Absolutely. Hey, you're the gift, Chad Myers. Thank you for the gift. Yes. You're a Redskins fan. I'm not a damn Redskins fan. I bet you this is a t-shirt the old lady picked up for me at the Goodwill or something. I'm not a Redskins fan, though. Heck yeah, Rusty. Heck yeah. Didn't mean to piss in your Cheerios, Dysfunction, but the Redskins ain't worth a darn anymore, man. But neither is the team that I root for, which is Philadelphia Eagles. So we both like a crappy team. First time finding the channel. You'll be back for sure. Awesome, Chad. Awesome. Well, we do live streams every single night, Chad. We actually start somewheres around 11:30 to 11:45-ish Eastern Standard Time every night. Sometimes the notifications are not coming through to people, so just check in on the channel, you know. And, you know, we are getting into posting more videos too, as well as the live streams, and we would really appreciate if you could watch our videos all the way through. Drop a like and a comment. It helps us out tremendously. We actually got a couple on there now that if you have time, check them out, man. It would help our average view duration, our click-through rate, because I'll be honest, it is a bit of a struggle for us getting a consistent, you know, loyal, long-form audience, you know, and that's our goal here, is to start converting over to long-form content, but also do the live streams for our regulars and you folks that like to watch the live streams. So anyway, guys, I believe I've rambled on long enough here. Let's see. At least you have seen yours win some Super Bowls. Yeah, Dysfunction. Yeah, Dysfunction is giving some great advice right now. If you ever do get bit by a venomous snake, I know it's fucking difficult, believe me. But if you get bit, stay calm. You know, honestly, if you get bit by a venomous snake here in the United States, the likelihood that you're gonna pass away is very, very slim. Very slim. I can't stand here and in good conscience tell you, no, you're not going to die. But there's a very good chance that you're not gonna. There's probably a 98% chance you're gonna survive. However, you must stay calm. Do not try to suck the venom out. Do not put ice on it. Do not cut it. Just stay calm. Keep the bite area, if possible, keep the bite area about heart level, and get yourself immediately to the emergency room. Do not try to catch the snake or unalive the snake that bit you. It is not necessary for you to know the exact snake. It is only necessary for you to know that it was a venomous snake. Because the anti-venom for all pit vipers in the United States is the same anti-venom. So you do not need to take that snake to the hospital with you, so just leave it alone and get your butt to the hospital. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. And do not put a tourniquet on it. Most of our pit vipers here in the United States possess a hemotoxic venom. By putting a tourniquet on, you are most likely going to destroy the tissue to the point of amputation. If you do not put a tourniquet, it allows the venom to spread out more and not be such a localized disaster. And, you know, letting it spread out more is fine as long as you're getting to a hospital, because the hospital is going to be able to administer anti-venom immediately and start reversing the effects. I'm not going to tell you that it's not going to hurt, because it's going to fucking hurt. You're going to have a rough couple of weeks, but you're going to survive. There's a couple cool hides on Etsy that are a skull and coffin hide and a Ouija board hide. There's so much cool stuff on there. Yeah, there is. There's lots of cool stuff on there. Jessica, also, you know, I want you to know too, you are not confined to just a snake hide. Example, let's say you go to Walmart or the Dollar Tree or something and you see a really cool skull that you like, you know, that's hollow. If it's hollow plastic, you know, some non-porous material. If you like that, buy that and just put you a hole in it, like cut one of the eye sockets out or something, you know, or something. And just make sure you have no sharp edge, and that will be a perfect sufficient hide for your snake for just, you know, maybe $5 versus buying a hide that is $80 or $100. Now, if you have the money and you can afford that, by all means, go ahead. But when you have a large collection like I have, you just cannot afford to buy vision enclosures for every snake. You can't afford to buy $80 and $100 hide boxes for them. You know, you just can't do all that stuff. You have to do it cost effectively, and you can actually put together some very awesome enclosures and hides and everything that look better than a lot of the commercially available reptile stuff out there. So don't be afraid to use different stuff. You're not going to hurt your animal as long as there's no sharp edges, no glitter type stuff, you know, that can get on their food and they swallow it and everything. But if it's, you know, non-porous, non-toxic, you're good. Use it. You got to understand, a lot of people freak out and worry about stuff like that. But you know, a snake, example, let's just say, you know, a black racer. How many people go out there and flip over old tires and find a black racer, or dig through a trash pile and find a copperhead, you know, or a milksnake or something like that? My point being, you're not going to hurt these snakes by using something that's plastic or glass or, you know, something like that, as long as it's clean, no bacteria, no sharp edges or nothing, you know, no type of loose, like I say, like glitter or something like that. I have a beer box and cracker box in some of my snake enclosures. Hey, dysfunction, that's awesome because honestly, whenever I was doing ball pythons, that's exactly what I did. I used to use the 12-pack boxes from Pepsi. I would cut the ends off of them about that long, put them in there as hide boxes for the snakes. Yes. So, yeah. Or you could build wood boxes. You can do anything. You know, possibilities are endless. A perfect example is, you know, like, you know, let's say the Chinese takeout containers, the little black bowls, you know, they're about this big around and about this thick. Let me see if there's one here I can show you. There is not. So, no. There's not one here, but pretty much, you know, yeah, you just, you know, any of that kind of stuff, just cut you a spot in it, you know, for that. I'll tell you, one of the best things that you could get and invest in that would make your life so much easier and better when you do stuff like this, buy you a $4 soldering iron from Harbor Freight. They're like $4. I mean, hell, you could get onto Amazon and probably get one for $3 or $4. Just a cheap soldering iron, because when you need to cut holes in plastic, that soldering iron's perfect. You can make very nice clean cuts in plastic with it and stuff, and make some really awesome, you know, enclosure stuff. Cats love the 12-pack boxes too, heck yeah. Yeah, the little black boxes, you know, dysfunction. That's basically what I was just talking about making. Like, you know, like I say, I don't have one here to show you, but those little black containers, man, they're just a thick black plastic container. Usually, you get them out with takeout food. They're about this deep. And, you know, you just cut yourself a half moon shape in it and put that in there and you're perfect. If you guys watch my Bushmaster video, actually, go on my channel and find the video about unboxing a Bushmaster. Watch that video and you'll see the hide. It has fake plants on it. But you'll see when I flip that over, that's actually just that's actually a $1 plastic bowl is all that is, that I cut an opening in and put that on, and it's perfect, just like the black hides that Dysfunction's talking about. But them ones he's talking about, I think they're about $30 a piece. Halloween themed, yeah. Heck yeah, you could do all that. Yeah, some PVC plumbing pipe is perfect, absolutely, yeah. Hey guys, we have an LGBTQ member in our chat right now, guys. He goes by Sir Loves a Lot 2000. Yeah, Sir Loves a Lot 2000. That's that LGBTQ leader. I think that's him. I don't know. I'll have to watch back through the video to see. What up, Sir Loves a Lot? What's up, brother? Oh, they $10 now, dysfunction? Gotcha, brother. Gotcha. What up, Fast Lane? You puking? Oh, man. Sir Loves a Lot, you ain't got nothing to say? What the? Jesus, Jessica. $917 for hides and substrate? Holy sheep shit. Yeah, Jessica, start saving yourself some money, man. Like, you can really, you could get more snakes with that money, you know, and you can make even better looking enclosures and everything with what we're talking about. Jessica, I don't know if you've been in my stream or not when we were actually at the virtual reptarium or not. But tomorrow night we'll be at the virtual reptarium and I will show you some stuff, you know, while we're there. So be in here tomorrow night if you can, and I'll let you get a look at some of the ways that I do things that work out just flawlessly. But anyway, folks, I got to go, guys. Come on, go on over there to my channel and watch some videos, y'all. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good night.